last time we visit Namu, a bandit cannery. And then it was off to Conville Lagoon, where we visited Sagar Lake. A quick stop at Shearwater, and then an unexpected stopover at Oliver Cove, and then a visit to Ivory Lighthouse. A transit through Higgins Passage at high tide. Okay, we're in Higgins Pass right now, and we have a destination of Princess Royal Island. We decided to do that before the northwesterlies come. I got one day, and I've chosen to spend it in Princess Royal Island, Carr Provincial Park. And just to give you an idea where we are, you see the Haida Gwaii is right here, and there's the tip of Vancouver Island, and here's our planned course. We're going to be taking off, heading north, come out, and cruise alongside Aristobal Island. And Carr Cove is the exact place that I like to go. That is coming through this inlet right here, and through this passageway, and up and around and into what I call Emily Carr Lagoon. Actually, the lagoon's right here, but this is a locked-in, bomb-proof anchorage, and should be quite immune from strong northwesterlies. All right, it's time to get back on the water. Okay, I've chosen this course, going down south rather than through here, because I fear waves coming in here from the south and push me up against the shoreline. I'll be taking up the beam for it to come around. So what I plan to do is come down south, head into the sea, and then come around and then turn around with it at my stern, and then start heading north from there. Well, we're heading into heading in the wrong direction right now, but gotta handle these waves first, and then we'll make our quarter turn and continue on to that's a big one, Emily Carr Inlet on Princess Royal Island. Princess Royal Island. A lot more comfortable. Made the quarter turn. Perhaps you can see the waves out here. Following sea. Connect Ocean says it's a meter sea, and going to be reduced down to fraction of that when we get closer to Princess Royal Island, down the canal. Maybe a half meter sea or less. Sea spray. Sometimes she has trouble in a following sea. Entering Emily Carr Lagoon, Right at the back end. At the back end. Very narrow passageway coming in here. No wind can get in here, and it's mud. 25-foot mud anchoring. Okay, here's our sailing plan from Emily Carr to McMicking. We're going to leave. We're probably going to take a bit of a sea on our side as we approach the south point of Campia Island. We're going to avoid all these rocks in here. And as we get closer, it gets very clustered with rocks and drying shoals around here. We're going to see the beaches up here. As to pay close attention to drying shoals like this guy right here and here, and then we'll be inside. We plan to anchor in this spot right here. Looks like a good spot, protected from any southerlies, just around the corner. All right, it's time to get on the water. Okay, we just pulled out of Emily Carr, and we're on our way to Campion Island. McMicking Inlet. There's the south part of Companion Island, and we're enjoying about a little less than 1 meter sea here, coming off my stern quarter, port side. According to Ocean Connected, about 3/4 of a meter, and about a 16-second period. I think we can see them coming up here, so basically it's coming up mostly on my side, and still a pretty comfortable ride. I'll be, as soon as we get around that point over there, we'll have it right on the stern, and we'll be more protected in there as well. We're avoiding all the rocks, as you can see. All those rocks. All those rocks. We're just getting around that. Let me show you some of these rocks out here. There's one right there. There's a beauty. I want to be hitting that baby. And sea sprays doing just fine. Coming on our side here. We're kind of roly-poly, but we're going to have it on our stern soon. As soon as we get around these rocks, head for that point up there. Sunny skies at last. Should be sunny this weekend. It's going to be beautiful, and McMicking Inlet. On our way. in McMicking Inlet. You can see they're in quite shallow water. In fact, 54 feet. Luckily the waves are behind us. You get the odd white cap. Luckily we're just following them, the odd white cap. See the surf on the shoreline. It's about approximately 1 meter sea behind us. Won't be long till we get in. And it's sunny out. On course. "44 feet, very shallow. That's why the waves are so big. "44 feet, not much, but we're doing okay." Okay, here's the first of many beaches coming into McMicking Inlet. This is where we saw a wolf over kayaking. Maybe he's back. Maybe we can see him. Good morning. Here we are at McMicking Inlet, and we're going to be making the 50-mile journey up to North Banks. We'll be traveling past Otter Cove. Banks is right here on the left. It's Pitt on the right. We're coming up to the top. And Larson Harbor, where we'll be launching for tomorrow's crossing, Hecka Strait, is right here. And then we'll make the crossing next day or two over to Skidegate, which is another 50-mile distance. And today's weather: foggy. We got about visibility of maybe quarter mile. It's not too bad. We got new visitors, local people. It's Sunday today. It's the weekend. Local boat come around. Got Dan and Cassie there, which I met yesterday. They're getting ready to take off. They were originally tied to the island with a shoreline, so they'll be ready to go. And it looks like they have radar. And we've got new people over here. It's a family. I think there's must be about four kids, 3 adults. They were having fun in the sun yesterday. As you can see, visibility's not too bad. We'll be taking off. Looks bad in the distance, but as you can see, we can see about a quarter of a mile. All right. Time to go. Okay, we're coming around the north tip of Banks Island, and we've got maybe a 3/4 meters sea, maybe a half meter. The odd 1 meter one comes by now and then. And there's the tip of Banks. Pretty well. We'll keep it well abreast of any rocks. We're going to keep away. We're keeping that point at distance. Alright, when we get closer, we'll tune in again. Timing's just right. Thursday morning will be my orientation, my Haida Gwaii orientation, so I'm going kayaking today. And go visit Larson Harbor. Kayak amongst all those little islets and intertidal areas. This is the Larson Islands. There's some old growth. Okay, it's time to leave Larson Harbor. It's Wednesday morning, and the weather forecast is holding strong. We've got southeasterlies that are going to be 10 to 15 knots, and the sea's supposed to be less than a meter, maybe 0.7. So we're going to take our usual route out, get in position, and head northwest, avoid the rocks. And once we get out there, we're going to turn to the south and make our transit to Haida Gwaii. Destination will be Sandspit over here, and it's about a 50-mile crossing. That's about the same distance I did getting up to North Banks from Princess Royal. So it shouldn't take any longer than 5 or 6 hours, and I'm scheduled to be in there by noon hour. I'm going to be leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, wish me luck. Okay, just wanted to show you the sea conditions as I begin my crossing, Hecate Strait. Taking it off the port bow, coming in, by golly, it's almost a beam, I would say. It's just a little towards the bow, but I don't have much roll, just a little pitching up and down. Ocean Connect is stating that it's a 0.7 meter present. 0.7 meter. So we got a little bit of a roll here, but not too much. Very survivable. And it's supposed to improve as I get closer to Haida Gwaii, and later on in the day as I approach noon hour. I'll zero on my chart plotter. See if we can get the nothing ahead. We're on course. And we're doing, surprisingly, over 8 knots. The regular speed's about 7.2, so we're gaining a knot. And things won't get worse. It's supposed to be less current. And then more current in my favor coming up. So, a little roly-poly, but not too bad. Not much strain on the body. Little bit of a roll. Okay, about a third across Hecate Strait, and conditions are less than ideal. I've been forced to do a sawtooth tack, half a mile on each side of my course line. And right now I'm going into them. The sea's coming off my bow quarter. And this is what it's like. Let's get a slight roll, and now and then if I hit the wave, she'll start pitching up and down. It's blowing pretty good, you know. It's I think it's around 15 knots here. As you can see by my bow flag, it's blowing right across me. So like I say, less than ideal. Next time I'm going to leave South Banks. South point of Banks. It'll be much better. It's a little longer. 70 miles as opposed to 50-mile crossing. And then I don't have to tack. It'll be, in this case, it'll be behind me all the way through. So as you can see, we got a little bit of a road here. It's survivable. And about a quarter of a mile off my course, not a quarter to half, and I'll be making my turn for a falling sea. So I'll give you a video of that when that happens. Okay, I made my turn now. And by the way, I have my phone mounted on a gimbal. That's why the horizon's steady and the boat's rocking. As you can see, here's a rock right here. I only turned enough till it's reasonably comfortable. The odd roll, I can make it turn more. And it wouldn't be any roll at all. It'd be a very comfortable ride, but then I wouldn't be making good my course. It'd take me longer to get there. It's going to cost me about an hour. Instead of getting there at noon, I'll be there at 1. As you can see, there's my course change. Going to be coming across that course line, and then the half mile I'll change it up, go the other way. So we're doing just fine on the seafall. That's going to take me a little bit longer. Okay, sorry I don't have many pictures of the area. When I arrived in Sandspit, the place was desolate, and no one seemed to be there. Fuel dock was not busy at all. In fact, it was closed. And after exploring, I found out where the office is, and on the front door it states that they're not open until 4:30. So there's a bit of information for you. They only stay open from 4:30 to 8:30, and that's when you get your fuel and pay for your mortgage. So they also have laundry facilities there too. Brand new washer and dryer at $15 a load. That includes washing and drying. A little expensive, but brand new machines. Anyways, I got my fuel, and next day I went shopping at the grocery store in Skidegate. I was informed not to go to Sandspit. That's a small store, and there's no taxi. There's no taxi, no means of public transportation. So I took the 8-mile trip with Sea Spray to Queen Charlotte City, now known as the Gene Gids. I phoned the taxi cab. There was no answer. Apparently later on I found out there's only one taxi operated by a Haida woman, and she sometimes doesn't answer because her cell phone is not very good, blah, blah, blah. But grocery store is excellent. Spent $450 there, pretty stocked up. And due to weather, now I've decided that I was going to leave the next day. So I did. And now here I am in Cumshaw Inlet. We are at Cumshaw Inlet, Gordon Cove. It's windy today. It's been blowing southeasterlies every day. And it's my first sunny day. That's lasted for a while. But tomorrow, I'm going to leave through Louise Narrows and get off to some of these other coves south of Louise Narrows. They're all exposed from the south. So tomorrow should be a good day because northwesterlies are predicted. I've been waiting here in Gordon Cove for about 3 or 4 days now, waiting for my permit to be granted. It's the long weekend, July long weekend, so my virtual meeting won't take place until Wednesday on July 2nd. And it was quite a commotion because I didn't have a reservation. I didn't know when I was going to arrive. So there's lots of forms to fill out and answers. I had to plan my route out, a rudimentary map that I had to give this person, Jeanette. So glad that's all over. There was a time I thought I wouldn't be granted permission, so they're pretty sensitive here at Haida Gwaii. Haida Gwaii, I should say. So, yeah, just waiting. Got a lot of work done here. Changed my impeller on my generator and did some general maintenance. So everything's going fine here on the Seafoam. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Safe journeys.